Okay, this is Chris here. I am at the HP Home of the Future. I don't know if that's exactly what they call it. I think they call it the HP Smart Home. And we're going to get a quick tour of the television of tomorrow, which is actually, I'm told, the television of today. We're going to get a tour from Brian at HP. And so let's go in and see what it's all about.
Hey Chris,
Hey,
welcome
Brian.
to the HP Smart Home.
Thank you so much. Before I invade your home, why don't you tell everybody who you are and what you do?
Sure. My name is Brian Birch, and I'm the Director of Connected Entertainment Marketing at HP. And I work for a group that's focused on sort of creating new ways to bridge the personal computer and the television together to sort of bring all kinds of digital content, photos, music, video, and the best of the internet to the biggest screen in the house.
So this is kind of like an HP Cribs right now. You're gonna show us, where are we? Where are we standing right now?
Dude, we got some mad technology here. This is what we call the HP Smart Home. It's a 2,000 square foot home, and it is an actual single family dwelling here on our campus in Cupertino, California. The backstory here is that HP participated in an effort at CES in 2006, and we've subsequently done the same thing in 2007, 2008. But it was so successful on the grounds of CES in '06 that HP decided to buy this actual house and over the next several months work with the city of Cupertino to be able to permit ourselves to put this residential property here on our commercial site. So we now have a showplace for all of our latest technology plus the technology of many of our partners, and we're averaging roughly 150 different events per quarter, from tours with customers, press, analysts, employees, some of HP's internal groups, and it's turned out to be a great opportunity to show off everything that HP's been working on for so many years.
And what kind of stuff is in the house? What are some of the big areas that you focus on here in the house?
So we kind of describe the house as being able to demonstrate two levels of digital investment in a home. The first level is what we call the aspirational level, which is literally a house completely outfitted with whole home automation and control, and the ability to, from panels in the wall, from the television in your bedroom, television in the living room, or any PC in the house, to be able to do things like turn lights on and off, raise and lower the thermostat, raise and lower the shades in the house, as well as move all your digital entertainment to any screen in the house. So that's kind of the aspirational level that we believe over time will become more mainstream. Then where we typically spend a lot of our time is on what we call the attainable level, which is HP's investment in personal computing and television related or connected entertainment related devices that bridge that gap between the PC and the TV and make it easy for people in a very affordable way to be able to find the content they already have. People have already invested in digital music. Many households have thousands of tracks of digital music now. People have invested in high-end digital cameras, and they typically have thousands, or in my case, tens of thousands of digital photos that they've already stored. And increasingly we see video following that curve as well, not only with television and movie episodes and productions available for download online or rental online, but also people's own camcordered video like you're doing right now, and the ability to take that video, whether it be commercial or personal, and stream it around the house to any screen. So that's kind of the attainable level where HP has products that are either available now, or in the case of one product, the HP MediaSmart Connect, it'll be shipping next month. Make it easy for people to bring all that content they already have and the content they might want to get from the internet to any screen in their house.
Right. So did you do the decorating in here?
I didn't actually. If I did, it would look much different. We used a professional who knows what he was doing.
So this is an actual house. This is something somebody could actually. You got it zoned and everything with the
We
city
got
of
it
Cupertino?
zoned. We actually got it permitted for occupancy, so it can't be permanently occupied just because of where it sits. But we did get permits that allow us to have people stay here maybe overnight. We haven't done that yet, but we thought about
that you know of.
Well, that I'm aware of, right? But there's a security badge reader on the door that makes it difficult for people to get in. There's only a few of us that have the magic badge, so hopefully there hasn't been any home invasion.
So the intern's not throwing a house party.
Yeah, no interns throwing house parties, I believe. So, but it is a fully functioning house. It has plumbing. It has all the normal services. It has phone service and obviously electrical, and And actually, AT&T, which is a partner of HP's, also brought their UVerse service here. So we have high-speed internet. We've partnered with EchoStar to put Dish Network here, so we have satellite television as well. So we have a lot of we have a lot of both luxuries and entertainment properties that make this an interesting place to hang out.
Speaking of television, why don't you show me what you got on the TV here?
Sure. What I'm showing here in the living room is actually HP's latest generation of the MediaSmart TV.
Okay.
So this is our third generation. This is this particular model is a 47-inch LCD TV, and it is first and foremost, as you would expect, a top-tier high-definition television. So it's a 1080p resolution, has 3 HDMI inputs, a beautiful piano black finish that would fit nicely in a home theater. So it's designed to accommodate the need of everyone and anyone with regard to a high def television. But what makes it special is that HP has built an experience into the television that again bridges the gap between the personal computer and this big screen.
Show me what it's got.
Sure. So there's hardware and software that we have created and embedded that allow this TV, first of all, to connect to your network. So it has an Ethernet port on the back. It also has wireless antennas embedded in the bezel. And because HP is a really experienced networking company, and especially from our notebook line of products, which are the leaders in the marketplace, we know a lot about putting antennas in cramped places that can produce great wireless performance. So this particular television has support for all the forms of 802.11 wireless, A, B, G, and dual band N. So whatever flavor of wireless you have, this TV will join that network in a seamless fashion. Very simple. If you have encryption, you just enter the encryption key with the remote control and a virtual keyboard that pops up on screen. So you're on your network. Once you're on your network, there's an install CD that comes with the product that you can use, or if you know a little bit more about, say, configuring media sharing in Windows Media Player 11, you can do it yourself. But this install CD takes care of everything, sets you up, provisions your PC for sharing. There's just one checkbox that you have to indicate that you want to allow sharing from your PC to a device like the MediaSmart TV. It uses what are called DLNA and UPnP protocols, so very industry standard. There's nothing proprietary about what we're doing. We've just magically innovated the experience to make it very simple for people. So once it's on your network, it will find, if you look in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen there, it will find devices that are also on the network that are sharing their content. In this case, we have 2 devices authorized to share. And then with this remote control, I can basically browse the carousel, as we call it, and I can go through my library of content, the videos that I might have, and that can also, that can be a downloaded movie, or it could be, a home movie that I've taken with advice like you're using now, or even the high definition camcorders that are out now that have dropped below $1,000. This product is compatible with virtually all the formats that those camcorders save their data in.
Can we look at one of the videos that you have?
Sure. So you can basically go to a videos list. You can browse that list in a bunch of different ways. You can either look at all of them. You can look by genre, by actor, what you've downloaded, what you've gotten online. So let's go to all videos, and in fact, what we'll do is we'll pick one of those aforementioned high-def videos. So this is just a high-definition camcorder that stores data to a hard drive that I bought, pulled out of the box, and pointed at my 1.5-year-old son one day. And with no transcoding, I had to have no technical knowledge to understand how to make this work. I just pointed, shot, and then downloaded to my PC, and the MediaSmart ecosystem, both the TV and the MediaSmart Connect, we'll talk about in a little while, can find these kinds of file types and play them back.
Is your kid pointing to the TV?
He's pointing to the TV because that was, at that time, before his words came in, that was his universal symbol for, Daddy, I want to watch Curious George.
All right. You're starting them young.
Yes. Uh-huh.
All right. So this is running off of, that went and found the video that's stored on your computer?
Yeah, so when we look at this list of video, what we're actually doing, what MediaSmart is doing, is it's actually looking at the hard drives that are allowed to share with it. Again, it's a single checkbox to allow on your PC, or the install CD that we ship with the product does it automatically. And all of that content that is available will be alphabetized and presented in a list. So the MediaSmart experience is unique in that you don't have to know where something is to enjoy it. You don't have to, for instance, browse my computer different than my wife's computer when I'm looking for music. So if I want to listen to some music at any moment in time, it might be that something in my library would be interesting to me. It might be that something in my wife's library would be interesting to me. So what MediaSmart does is it basically presents the whole household library in alphabetized form. So I could browse by artist, look at all the artists represented, find something that I was interested in and play it. I don't have to hunt and peck the hard drive to figure out something that I would enjoy.
Now, does this have the Cinema Now capability built in?
It does. So what we've been looking at here is a list of videos that are already on a hard drive in the house. We could do the same for photos. We could do the same for music. Another really compelling feature of the MediaSmart ecosystem, as evidenced here on the television and also on the MediaSmart Connect product, which ships next month, is our online media portal. So we've basically worked, HP has, with some partners, and we have created a portal that is visible to these MediaSmart products that brings services to your home. So you mentioned Cinema Now, which is kind of the flagship. Cinema Now and HP worked for quite some time to create a remote control based version of the Cinema Now service that's available online. So people can today go to their computer and they can download or rent, download a movie to either purchase or rent. What we did was created a version of that experience that is specific to the living room, specific to the 10-foot experience, and basically controlled with nothing but this remote control, Chris. So with nothing but this device, you basically use up, down, right, left, OK, and you can browse. For instance, I like to create a wish list because it's akin to the queue that you create in Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever the mood strikes you, you can browse new arrivals to the Cinema Now library and just add them to your wish list. Then when you plop down on the couch on a Friday evening and you want to watch something, you can basically have a library of really cool stuff to basically browse and decide what suits your fancy that night. And as you can see, one thing that really sort of made Cinema Now stand out head and shoulders for us when we made the decision to partner with them is the quality of their library. They've been at this longer than anyone else almost, and they basically have almost 4,000 movies in their catalog, and virtually all of them are available for rental and purchase. So they have some relationships with some studios that might embargo the rental of a movie for a while after it's released or vice versa. But virtually everything's available for rental or purchase.
And these are streamed off of your computer to the TV.
That's exactly right. So you basically make the selection here from the living room. You never have to get up and shuttle back and forth between the living room and the office. We just think that's a non-starter for people. When you're in lean back mode, you don't want to toggle back and forth with your computer. So basically you'd make your selection from here. You'd purchase or rent from here. All we require in that process is the security code from your credit card, because we don't want the babysitter or your children to be able to order an unlimited number of movies you're not aware of. You sit back and HP manages with Cinema Now what's called a progressive download. So the movie will actually begin downloading, and depending on the speed of your connection, it buffers a certain amount of the movie before it begins to play, and then it continues to download the rest in the background while you're enjoying the movie. So it depends again on connection. I have a 6 megabit connection from a cable company in my house. It takes about 45 seconds before I can begin watching the movie after I purchased it.
Now, you had YouTube functionality built into the upcoming MediaSmart Connect.
Uh-huh.
Is that also going to be in the MediaSmart TVs?
So what we've announced is that we're bringing the YouTube experience to the MediaSmart ecosystem. We haven't been specific about which product will get it first and how ubiquitous it will be, but later this year what we'll do is we'll release YouTube as a service to the online media portal, and those that have MediaSmart devices that we've enabled. So again, no schedule yet on Connect or TV, but we'll announce later how we're gonna stage that. But we're gonna bring a very large library of YouTube content that frankly is going to be encoded in H.264 specifically for high definition screens, so it'll be better quality by and large than what people typically see on their PC.
And the movies from Cinema Now are HD, or can be HD, correct?
So the vast majority of Cinema Now's library is in SD like everyone else. Obviously the industry has kind of cracked the code on HD, so increasingly
more HD movies are coming online. But today there's what are called near DVD quality movies, and I mean they do look exceptionally good. Cinema Now has done a really good job of their ability to compress and stream, and so you can watch virtually every title that comes out that's popular the day that it's actually released to the store or to an online retailer for purchase or rental. And the HD library will grow, we think, pretty fast over the next several months.
Cool. Now, since we're in the house, could you give me a tour of the rest of the house just to kind of see what other kinds of cool things HP has got cooking here?
Absolutely.
So it is a real kitchen with water, with working ovens, and we've threatened to make cookies here at times. I don't know that anyone has ever actually done it.
It'd be like a real estate open house.
Yeah, exactly. So the reason I brought you to the kitchen next was I thought that it might be really compelling to see a very new product that HP just announced 2 weeks ago in Berlin, Germany, called the TouchSmart IQ 500 series. So this is actually our second generation TouchSmart. And for those who know the first generation, that was a 19-inch diagonal measurement screen on a base that supported an HP portable printer on the back. And so from a form factor perspective, it was really a PC and a base connected to an arm with a monitor. And what we learned from that first generation was that people gave us feedback that, the space on a counter in a place like a kitchen, or the space on a table in a place like the family room, or another social space part of the house where, frankly, a device like this that's touch enabled that gives everyone in the family quick access to information both from the PC itself and from the internet. What we learned was that space is such a premium in those places that people wanted the very largest screen for entertainment with the very thinnest and most economical form factor possible.
So let's see this puppy in action.
Well, so take a look first here on the side. So what you basically see we've done is we've taken a 22-inch monitor. So this is a 22-inch diagonal measurement, and we've literally embedded the personal computer inside of it. Mm-hmm. So it's a very thin design, and it sits on an easel back that's adjustable. So now we believe we've respected the value of the countertop in the kitchen, or the cabinet or the desk in the family room or living room, and we've brought something really dramatic and beautiful to a space where we're not taking up more space than necessary. So redesign.
So if it's in the kitchen, is it peanut butter proof, or
it's not peanut butter proof? So obviously, if you get peanut butter on the screen, you'll need to clean it off. But what we did do is design this screen, which is touch enabled, so that it doesn't require, say, a special stylus. Some devices really can only recognize the touch of a stylus that's paired with it. This screen actually works optically so that cameras are looking for anything to break the plane. So, I can break it with my elbow, I can break it with my finger, whatever I touch the screen
and kids
with.
can just go ahead and break it.
Well, hopefully not, right? So, again, being able to set it back maybe further from the edge is, we think, a critical enhancement in this particular design. And, kids will find, and we have already found, that it's so fun to play games with just your finger. And the younger kids who may not be able to type on the keyboard yet can still navigate and do certain things that, we think it opens up all kinds of cool options. This is a view that's called the fan view. So what I basically did, you can toggle back and forth when you look at your photo library, for instance, and we organize by year. And then if you go to a certain year, then you can basically drill down and look at your photos in a bunch of different ways. But the fan mode allows you to use gesture recognition. And so you can basically slide through photos in your library, pick a particular year in this case, play a slideshow of those photos, and you saw it was just boom, 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 touch, 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 right? So it's a very compelling new way to interact with a computer, and it respects, we think, and research has told us, it respects the way that people are increasingly using computing. It used to be the idea of jumping on the computer would be to go into an office, close the door, sit down for 2 hours, and then emerge later. Now it's 20 times a day for 5 minutes at a time, right? The computing and the access to information and entertainment is so embedded in our lives that periodically throughout the day we have that need, and often it's only for a short burst of activity. So being able to put this someplace where everybody
congregates, where everybody passes by multiple times a day. Allow it to be touch enabled so that you could quickly get to a bit of information, check your email, your stocks, play some music, watch a TV show, look at some photos. You know, it just makes it really compelling. In the teens room, again, probably the luckiest teen on the planet, is our Blackbird 002 PC, which launched with great fanfare last year. So this instantly catapulted to kind of the top of everybody's list for the highest performance mainstream PC. Beautifully elegant design, amazing specs. We've just brought a configuration of this device to retail for the first time. So it's been available online since last September. And now we've just brought it to retail. So it'll be showing up in stores all over the nation. I believe the configuration is roughly $3,200.
But can a teen write bad poetry and angst-ridden song lyrics on it?
Absolutely. And
All right.
in fact, really fast, right? it will respond immediately to any creative juice that you have flowing. So beautiful industrial design, a great computer. We've paired it with a 37-inch TV that actually operates as a monitor. So again, that union of personal computing and television, and the fact that many, I think a majority of the high definition televisions sold today are LCD format, makes it simple now to basically have a personal computer connect to a television and use it as its monitor, if you will.
Sure.
So that way you can toggle back and forth between that. We've got the Xbox 360. We've got high definition from Uverse in here. So I mean, we've really got an amazing setup for the luckiest teen on the planet.
The luckiest boy in the world.
Luckiest boy in the world. This is a touch panel from a partner of HP's called Exceptional Innovation.
Okay.
And what we're seeing here is the LifeWare interface. LifeWare is software that Exceptional Innovations has created that runs on Media Center from Microsoft. So we have a Vista Premium or Ultimate PC that we've installed LifeWare on. And what we can now do, and again, it's gesture aware, is we can basically turn the house on and off. We can light a path, for instance. If we walked into the house, imagine that you had this in your home and you came home, drove into the garage, walked into the garage door, you could set a scene, it's called a life scene, where you could disarm the alarm, and the very act of doing that would turn on lights from the hallway down to your bedroom. So that way the rest of the lights in the house would remain off, but the lights that you needed to get from the garage to the bedroom, to change your clothes and get your keys and your wallet and all that stuff out of your pockets, would be illuminated, right? You can do scenes like I'm leaving, where you arm the alarm and everything turns off. The lights turn off, the thermostat raises to 75 degrees because you're not going to be home. The shades might all drop, again, to keep the cooling in the summer and the heat in the winter. So, it's, again, back at that aspirational tier that I talked about earlier of whole home automation and control, all available today, all completely possible today. So, something that portends real excitement for the future. Being able to look at the climate system in the house, change and lower the temperature from any panel, any computer, or any TV in the house, to be able to look at not only the weather here in Cupertino and what our 5-day forecast is, but for instance, with Microsoft as our partner and the fact that we travel there fairly frequently, we can look at Seattle's weather, plus they're going to have a wet weekend. So I think I'm going to avoid...
Seattle?
In Seattle. So shocking. So I'm going to avoid going there this weekend. So anyway, it's a very extensive system. For instance, there's a camera right outside the front door where I greeted you, and that's Wi-Fi enabled. So from this panel, from a computer in the house, even from a television, back in the back bedroom, if the doorbell rings, you can basically go through LifeWare and the Media Center extender capability of the HP Media Smart Connect, and you can look at this camera and see if it's somebody that you want to get up to answer the door for. That I showed you, and I know you're well aware, but I want to make sure your readers are aware, everything I showed you in the television in the living room is coming to market in this little beautiful box. So this is the HP Media Smart Connect. For perspective, this is the remote control that comes with it, and you can see how compact the device is. Smaller than a notebook. It uses HP's in-mold design. So it's beautiful piano black and silver. We think it meets the wife approval factor as either a home theater component or something that fits in the bedroom like we have it here. These drop-down doors hide In one case, a bay for HP's Pocket Media Drive. So it comes with no internal storage by design, because if you put internal storage in it, eventually that storage fills up and it obsoletes the product. What we did instead was put this bay in here, and HP sells these little Pocket Media Drives in various capacities. So you can pick whatever capacity meets your needs today, pop it in, and have your entire photo, music, and video library on it, so that if, for instance, your house is built around notebooks, those notebooks come and go. If I take my notebook to work, I don't want my wife to be without, video.
Right.
So that way, this could house all the content that's important to you, so it's always staying with the device. And if someday you outgrow the capacity of this one, you just buy a bigger one, pop it in, and now you've got your stuff and more room to grow. It also has a USB port on the front, so that a friend could bring over one of those thumb drives that are so popular now, pop it right into the front, watch a slideshow off that thumb drive while listening to music from my music collection on hard drives in the house. So it supports any high-definition television, and its mission is to make any brand of high-def TV, whether it be LCD, plasma, or rear projection, into a connected TV. So it delivers that media smart experience and the ecosystem, not only of content in the home, but that online media portal that I showed you, to any high-def TV. It adds to the UI that one additional feature that now you can view content from either the Pocket Media Drive or a USB hard drive. And it doesn't have to be a thumb drive, by the way. There's another USB port in the back. So if you have a large capacity USB hard drive that you prefer to keep your content on, you could connect that to this device, and you could have access to however much storage that particular USB hard drive had, even a terabyte.
And that's going to be just about it. Thank you so much.
Okay.